Trade wars are back in the headlines. The US under President Donald Trump is threatening steep tariffs on India and China. But Russia has stepped in with a strong warning. This language of threats won't work for India. I am Inderjeet Kaur from FPJ. Let's break it down. What does it mean? Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov has sharply criticized recent US tariff threats targeting India and China, saying that such pressure tactics are unlikely to succeed. Speaking on Russia's channel, Lavrov described both nations as ancient civilizations but will not bow to ultimatum-style demands. Lavrov objected to US demands that India and China should stop purchasing Russian energy, saying these demands are counterproductive. He argued that only force those nations to look for new energy markets, new resources, and pay more. Beyond the economic impact, Lavrov also emphasized that there is strong moral and political resistance in India and China to being coerced by external powers. He said that the US approach undermines those countries' economic well-being and sovereignty. The tension comes amid US criticism of India for buying discounted Russian oil, which Washington claims indirectly supports Russia's war effort in Ukraine. India has denied these allegations, maintaining that its energy procurement is driven by market factors and national interest. In response, the US has imposed tariffs on Indian goods, notably raising them up to 50%. Earlier, Russian President Putin launched a veiled attack on his US counterpart Donald Trump for trying to pressure the leaders of powerful economies like India and China. Putin had said, "You have countries like India with almost 1.5 billion people, China with powerful economies, but they also have their own domestic political mechanism and laws." What are the implications? The remarks deepen the ongoing diplomatic strain between the US and India and China. The approach taken by Washington could risk pushing the countries further into aligning with Russia or other allies. Second, India and China resist US pressure. We may see them diversify energy sources further, perhaps increasing reliance on Russian or other non-Western suppliers. These events spotlight tensions in global trade norms, especially how tariffs are used as geopolitical tools and the resistance those tools can face when applied to sovereign decisions. So while Washington talks tough with new tariffs, Moscow is making it clear India and China are not nations that bend to threats, with both countries prioritizing their own national interests. The big question now is whether US pressure will isolate Russia or only push Asia's giants further away from American influence. One thing is certain, this trade battle is about much more than economics. It's about power, respect, and the future shape of global alliances. For more news and updates, stay tuned to FPJ.